Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Star Trek Next Generation, Terra Incognita. This is the new Mirror-Mirror-verse kind of story. It's awesome, okay? It's awesome. Anyway, so written by the Tipton brothers, Scott and David. So story art, Tony Shasteen. The story colors by J.D. Metler and lettering by Neil Utegi. Uyuteki. Anyway, sorry. So, also, I'm noticing edits by Denton J. Tipton. Dude, what's up with this? Three Tiptons? Three Tiptons. They're like the Borg, all right? I will not be assimilated. However, maybe I have been because I really like the story. Anyhow, so these guys, Lieutenant Barclay, the evil version of Lieutenant Barclay, is the only person left on the Enterprise, and he's kidnapped the regular version of Lieutenant Barclay. I didn't realize this, but Barclay's that idiot on that one episode who was going in the holodeck all the time and, getting it on with my girl, Marina Sirtis. Counselor Troy. Yeah, her. How you doing? Anyway, so that was really cool. I didn't realize that's who, that screw-up was. So anyway, Reg Barclay is, he's trying to be a better him. He's taken as a joke here, but he's strong in his world. He's got to go and feed Data's cat at one point here, and he's like, oh man, that saber-toothed tiger will rip me apart. And it's just, we know who Spot is from the regular Next Generation comic or TV series, right? Well, he's a saber-toothed tiger over in the Dark Mirror universe, so that was interesting. And a whole bunch of little things like that happening. And it's just, I don't know, man. Like, the first 10 pages of this book were so boring. I was falling asleep reading it. I'm like, dude, something cool's got to happen soon. And then it's just, like, it almost felt like it just kept on getting worse. At one point, the characters just don't feel like them. What happened? Here we go. Geordi LaForge at one point, he says to Riker, and these guys are just kind of standing there, They got nothing to really say to each other. It's filler. All of this stuff is filler. It's like, LaForge says, it will be nice to see Captain DeSoto again. It will be nice? I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me get this straight. Kunta reading Rainbow Kente. The best that he could say is, it will? Dude can't use contractions? Really? Really? Later on in the book, when he actually gets cool, when the book gets cool, he's like, oh yeah, you're right, Barclay, you did try to warn me about something. My bad. He says, my bad. My bad. And here, he can't even use a contraction. Not cool, dude. Not cool. Anyway, the book does get a lot better, because Barclay, on his day off, for crying out loud, gets assigned to go over to another ship, the Hood, because its warp drives are messed up or something. It's just kind of stuck dead. And there's some Vulcans aboard, 3 of them or so, who are trying to get to Wolf 359 so that they could have a conversation, or they're trying to get someplace. Anyway, I think that's where they're going, where they're trying to have a conversation with some Cardassians to enact the peace between them and the Federation. So it finally gets interesting because LaForge and Reg and a couple and somebody else, Gomez, decide to go over and take a look at it, and they can't figure this out. But Barclay immediately, he's like, oh, wait a second, I've seen this back on my ship all the time. These guys have such perfect, well-maintained ship components that they don't have the kind of problems that we have all the time. I've got to do this, once every 2 weeks, for crying out loud. So yeah, this is a simple, cold reboot, and that's it. Realign some components, and then we're good, But nobody would listen to him. He couldn't even spit it out. And then at one point, LaForge goes and says, hey man, here, go and do this. He's like, this is just busy work. This is nothing. It's like, that's an order, Reg. So for hours, several hours, they're wasting time trying to figure out what Barclay already knew. So at one point, Captain Picard comes over to personally oversee the problem, and Reg goes and makes a big scene, makes some reactor coolant start leaking out, the storm doors, shut down. He dives underneath. The art was a little bit weird here because it looked like he fell on his face, but instead, I guess he's supposed to be low crawling. It took several other panels for me to realize that's what he was doing. he was trying to low crawl in and whatnot. And it's just, it was kind of weird, but I dug it. I dug it. And he goes and he fixes the problem that way. And they're like, oh man, I should have paid attention to you. That's when LaForge says, my bad. But yeah, dude, this got better really quick. And it literally took the last couple of pages. But it's like all of a sudden people like him now. And they're like, wow, you actually did a really good job, man. Yeah, I should have listened to you. I really screwed up. And he winds up scoring a date with Gomez. I'm just saying, Gomez is kind of hot. I'm down with some Gomez. So like he goes back and he's confiding in his other version, his good moral version of himself, who is tied up and gagged and all that stuff. He's just, oh wow, messed up. And yeah, this was good. Again, really slow start. The first half or more of the book, man, like Whoopi Goldberg sitting there like, you're not quite you, are you, Barclay? What are you talking about? No, I don't think that's you, Barclay. There's something wrong with you, isn't there, Barclay? It's like, oh my God, Whoopi should be a little bit smarter than that. I'm just saying, even if you go to The View, she's smarter than that. Come on, dude. So, and this is the Star Trek version of her. She's a freaking psychic. She knows this stuff, all right? Anyhow, this was still enjoyable and more than made up for it by the end of it. So I'm still definitely onto this series, even though, Woodard, I think. Anyway, he's not on this book at all. So we've just got standard IDW art. Again, I'm okay with standard IDW art. Woodard was something else, dude. That was something else. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.